Hey everybody, Killer Nitro back in the basement again talking about the Hall of Fame ceremony, my first impressions on the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony from 2016. And was it just me or was that ceremony a little bit more bearable than past years? Usually it's like a 4 hour, after hour 2 you're like, you know, just gnawing on your fingers like, come on, let's get this over with, blah blah blah. You know, it's a thing since they've gone to the network that usually you'd like to wait for the DVD release to come out and enjoy it from there. So, anyways, I thought that it was a lot more bearable this year. The Freebirds taking up the majority of the time in the first half of the show was great. I loved it, and that was their moment in the sun. That's awesome. Don't get used to hearing Freebird in the DVD and network release of the Hall of Fame. In fact, I might be changing it right now as I'm recording this due to copyrighted music and such and yada yada yada, right? I think we'll probably get like Bad Street USA or something on the DVD release and what have you, but it was good to see him pretty emotional there too for those guys finally get in there, which is awesome. So, you know, kudos and hats off to them. Godfather was pretty funny to see. That was good. Jackie was good as well. Makes me want to look up some of her USWA stuff. In fact, I probably have some of that on tape. Come to think of it, I should take a look in my archives and see exactly, because I got a lot of the really early Renegades Rampage USWA stuff on tape that I should actually watch and check out one of these days. Maybe if the copyright police is a little less gimmicky on YouTube and that stuff, which will never happen, but you might see it on a freaking Nitro release or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. But that was good. One part of the show I didn't like, the Warrior Award. Again, WWE doesn't get it with this award. I'm not a fan of the Ultimate Warrior. I wasn't a fan of the Ultimate Warrior, and but I was there in New Orleans at the ceremony in 2014 when Warrior suggested this award, and he said it should go to somebody who's a behind-the-scenes person that does a standout position with the company, or does standout work behind the scenes and is never ever recognized. The Jim Johnsons of the WWE, or the not Kevin Kelly's, but the Kevin Dunns, I should say, and so on. The Mark Eatons before or Mark Eaton, I should say, of the WWE before he got released, obviously. But the long-term employees that are behind the scenes, like, you know, maybe Vince's secretaries had for 25 or 30 years or something. You know what? Just, they need to rename the award into like a charitable legacy award or something like that. And that's it. I can't remember now, and somebody can throw it in the comments, what the name of what was it, like the legacy award that WWE did by throwing all the early greats, the Lou Thesz, the Mildred Burks, George Hackenschmidts, the Frank Gotches, into that category. I can't remember if it was I think it was the Hall of Fame Legacy or what the exact name of it is, but it kind of, like, that was, you know, you could probably induct one of those people in, one per year for the next 5 to 10 years, and you'd have at least one legacy person each year. I don't understand why you have to have 5 off the kick, unless this is a completely different wing of it. But let's face it, folks, it's not a physical building, it's not a museum anywhere, it's just, you know, maybe some hall at Titan Tower. But when WrestleMania comes, it's just an excuse to say, oh, he's a Hall of Famer, that's what it is, or she's a Hall of Famer, that's what it is. So anyways, congrats to all the inductees for sure. Sting walking out, the big bombshell at the end of the show saying that's it. We've kind of expected that for a few weeks now, since there's been rumblings and stuff like that. Let's face it, I really think that Sting, if he was in healthy condition, was probably going to work last year's WrestleMania and then maybe one this year, and then that would have been it anyways. And I think just the injury has sped things up. Let him be alone. Let him be with his family. I mean, for God's sakes, the guy had to put up with 6 years in TNA. And he's seen the shape that it was before going to Pop TV. The waning days of Spike. Try to put up, with Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan on a TNA set. Not dissing Eric Bischoff or Hulk Hogan at all. Just, you had to think that compared to what it was when he walked in there in 2006, it went from like, rah, to, whoa, see ya. Just a downward slide. I think Vince Russo might have been the contributing factor to that, more than Bischoff and Hogan than anything else. But, oh boy. Anyways, great career for him, though. Just like, the Hall of Fame caps it off, and there he can say under the WWE banner, which is, let's face it, the only team around now, that he retired. Although he'll probably still be a branded WCW quote-unquote guy. You know what? It wasn't as bad as past years. Maybe it was because the people this year actually were pretty good, with the exception of the Warrior Award. I have no idea why they were doing it. I honestly think it had something to do with the Susan G. Komen thing, and Susan G. Komen was like, Joan London, that's who we're going to take, because people in America know her. That's it. So if you can explain that, just great. Comments below. But you won't be able to sway my opinion of it, is that they get it wrong every year with this thing, because it's supposed to be a behind-the-scenes award for people on the WWE crew or people that help make wrestling happen, in the past. And yet they've turned it into, like, somebody put on Twitter, it's the Cancer Award. And that's, cancer is a terrible disease, and you don't want to see it, and you don't want to have it happen to any member of your family or anything like that. And I'm not condoning that comment by any stretch of the imagination, or accepting it by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just presenting it out to you. But it does have a little bit of a point. It's like, the Warrior Award has all of a sudden become a charitable thing, when Warrior said in his speech that, no, I'd rather have it, be a behind-the-scenes thing with crew in the WWE. Or, crew in wrestling in general. So, up for debate. You guys talk amongst yourselves, comment below, let me know what you think. Later, guys.